Hello, I am Isabella Welch, and this is my hashtag demonstration speech for my speech class. And before we start, this is my audience. Here we are. Today, I want you to picture yourself. It's a Sunday morning, and you just woken up, and your belly is growling with hunger. So you go downstairs to have some breakfast. Some people may want to have eggs and bacon, while some other people may want to have bread and butter. But to me, I want pancakes. But not just any pancake, fluffy pancakes. Obviously, there's a lot of trial and error whenever it comes to pancakes. But don't be discouraged because anyone will be able to make the best pancakes with these useful tips. Additionally, making the right pancakes comes from making the right batter. And this comes from with using the right ingredients, using proper mixing techniques, and achieving the right consistency. Firstly, we're going to add the dry ingredients. We're going to have the flour, and then we're going to add the baking powder, just give it like a minute. And then we're going to add the salt and the sugar. We want to add the dry ingredients first because we want them to be combined first, according to Gemma from Boulder Baking. Apart from this, when making these pancakes, the color of ingredients matters, as stated by Danielle Walsh from Bon Appetit. This is because we're making quality pancakes. And whenever you're making quality pancakes, you want to use quality ingredients, especially whenever it comes to the baking powder. In order to avoid flat pancakes, we want to use powder that is less than 6 months old. And whenever it comes to fluffy pancakes, you want to use oil instead of butter. Because as mentioned by Ethan from Learn, Cook, and Eat, oil is going to give the pancakes the right consistency and a tender texture. Now we're going to move on to the liquid ingredients, which is milk, eggs, and oil. So we're going to put them right in. And whenever it comes to mixing, it's basically the same thing with the liquid ingredients. Because you don't just want them, you don't want to throw them in. What you want to do is combine them first and then mix them into the batter. Because if you just throw them in, the batter is going to create lumps. So, apart from this, we want to be careful with over mixing because over mixing can deflate a lot of the air bubbles found in our batter, as mentioned by Riz from chocolate and chai. Another thing that Riz mentions is that folding your batter is a great way to prevent over mixing. And now, I want to give you some personal advice, or also known as the ISA advice. Once your batter is well mixed, you want to give it about 10 minutes to rest. And this is because you want the batter to rise for that perfect fluffy consistency that is categorized by the fluffy pancake. So now that the consistency is a bit like this, now you know how to make the perfect fluffy pancakes. Pancakes that will keep you full. Well, until lunchtime. But who cares? These are awesome pancakes. So, now you'll be able to make these great pancakes for your friends or your family. Thank you so much. And this is my audience one more time.